So it's almost a year now since I started engaging with open heart practices with Kim. I think middle of June last year, 2017, I got involved with two-part formula guidance with Kim, and within a couple of weeks it had taken me to awakening, surprising as that may sound. His question to me when he said to me, "You're awakened, Mike," was, I said, "Are you sure, mate?" Because it wasn't what I expected it to be. I expected a thunderclap, and I expected transcendental wisdom and, an incredibly strong experience. And what had happened instead was my vision was different. I was seeing things more clearly. They were having a greater absorbing effect on me. To look at a tree, for example, sound was much more engaging and filled my head more and gave me rushes of energy up and down my back. And yet I didn't really know, was this awakening? So a year on, what do I think of all of that now? It feels like for the 15 years when I was doing my Zen practice very directly, very strictly, I never got any response from my practice in terms of energy or insight, and I felt very blocked. So what feels like has happening with awakening is a massive unblocking. It feels like a water pipe has been burst, and now there's a huge upflow of energy. My body is alive with awareness. I feel it as energy in my body. My head is incredibly clear. Just this morning I was chopping up strawberries for breakfast, and I just noticed how there was nothing going on other than the chopping of the strawberries and a mild joy, just in a physical joy just in doing that. And it's a kind of stillness that is so pronounced that you can hear it in your ears. It's kind of like a strong sense of the silence in my ears. Bliss accompanies my day fairly regularly. For half a day or whatever, I may be experiencing mild joy and the clear-headedness that goes with it. So looking back on it a year on, what's the main difference? I think for me, really, when I go back and sit in Shikantaza, it's the depth that I just sit in. There's very little thinking. There's a total open awareness of all the senses, total, very clear connection with my body. My body feels like glass. The Tibetan heart yoga practice that we do, we begin some tantric practices, and one of the practices is to visualize the body as clear crystal, and that's beginning to establish itself. The body feels like there's no resistance in it. It feels like water sometimes, especially coming off retreat, just so languid, so clear-headed. And really it's transformed my practice. So while I had my doubts when Kim sent me the email back last June saying, "Mike, you've awakened," I definitely see there's been a huge unblocking in my practice. I don't think I'm the possessor of massive transcendental insight, but there's a gradual opening of something for me, and I can see when I look at clouds or look at trees or hear things, I get incredibly absorbed in it. It feels like something's about to burst through. So yeah, it's been an interesting year, and I look forward to what the rest of the practice has to bring.